Welcome back to another episode of Collecting the 1, 2, 3. We got Bro Pio in the mix here, and then of course now we got 3-time. I don't know how many times I do 3, 4, 5 times. Time will tell on this, but we got 3-time returning guests, Babyface Breaks. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Just another day in paradise.
I'm doing well myself here. Obviously, if you guys tuned in to the last episode last Friday, which you guys absolutely killed it, thank you so much for all the support there. We did our preview of talking of Topps Finest. We did talk a little bit of Cactus Jack. We'll have a little bit of here mixed in as well. But of course, we had our preview of 2025 Topps Finest WWE. We broke down sets, who we're chasing, who we're not chasing, what are the biggest hits here, where we're looking for. And we had a full weekend of rips. So in this episode here, we're going to break everything down, everything that we saw, reactions to the product. Obviously, Nick had more product in hand than myself. And of course, my brother here, so he can kind of speak a little bit more on it here, which is why I wanted to bring him on the pod here. Love having the addition of having both a collector and who's also on the other side of the screen. So I think it brings a very interesting dynamic to the podcast. So Nick, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. I know we're busy here, so I appreciate you coming in here. Well, let's talk about reactions. Obviously, again, didn't have product in hand, just seeing it from the opposite side of the screen here. So I'll throw it first to you, Nick. What did you think about the overall product? I have my overall opinion on just the overall design standpoint, but design, color, parallels, that type of thing. What did you overall think of the product?
Yeah, we spoke about it on Friday, and I think the variation is the star of the show. I mean, you really don't know what you're going to get in every single pack. I've seen packs with 4 numbers. I've seen packs with 5 inserts. I've seen a pack with a 1 of 1 and an out of 5. It's wild. So like the variation is definitely the star of the show. It keeps, for me as a breaker, it keeps the show fun. It keeps it engaging. It seems like people are hitting. I know we didn't get much hits for you guys up there, but it seems like people are hitting and they're engaged with the product, which is huge. It's tough to really hold a room when you're opening stuff and you get 1 numbered card every like 3 packs, speaking about Cactus. But yeah, just the variation, the amount of hits, it's a perfect like product right now.
Yeah, and you mentioned it there. Didn't bring anything that's too serious. So yeah, now I got 2 on you now. I Cruz Del Toro. That's the mess you got me there.
I owe you.
I think
about it. When we did Cactus Jack, I think I got Kamala, and then this time around
I couldn't do much. I
got Vader. It got Vader.
So. Oh no, I got you a Vader though. It's just an insert. Yeah, it's an insert.
I was like, look, when I looked up the checklist, I was like, Vader has 1 fucking card. I'm like, what are the odds that it gets pulled? Sure enough,
yeah, you pulled a refractor. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Throw that on eBay. I'm pretty sure there's a Vader collector out there.
I'm actually gonna let the wifey keep it. She surprisingly is a Vader fan. I'm like, okay,
right, there you go.
There you go. Keep it.
Where the hell did that come from?
I think he's in the that WCW movie, Ready to Rumble. Have y'all seen it?
I've heard about it. I've never got to see it yet.
Never seen it.
So it's like has that guy, what's his name? Oh, do you remember that moment in WCW where that actor won the heavy title?
Oh,
it's David Arquette, right? David Arquette.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. So I think he's in the movie. So it's like a whole promotion. So there's a lot of WCW wrestlers in that movie. So Vader's one of them for some reason.
Did you guys ever check out that podcast from David Arquette? I mean, not the podcast, the documentary from David Arquette.
You
Can't Kill David Arquette. I think.
I don't think I've seen
it. I don't think it's. Maybe it's the one that I saw. It's the one because who was he in the ring with when it got like controversial?
Yeah, Nick Gage.
Nick Gage, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I watched the Nick Gage behind the ring or Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring it was, yeah. But he came out with a documentary and it's unbelievable. It's so good. So if you ever it's like an hour long. It's not too bad.
I gotta check that out.
I gotta check it out. But yeah, I remember seeing the Nick Gage wrestling documentary.
Yeah,
or the episode they did, and they mentioned that David Arquette thing. I was like, when he like sliced his head open, I was like, dude, that's.
Oh no, he got him like
his
throat, he got him like the jugular, like right in the jugular, man.
Shit.
It was wild.
I was like, holy shit! Like, I could do it in movies, but when you get into real life, you get into the ring. I was like, dude, I draw the line there.
It was tough. So I told you guys I was gonna make a heel move here. So I know when is this coming out?
Depending on how I can edit this, if I can get this out by the time we finish, either early morning Tuesday for sure, Wednesday.
Okay, so we're recording on Monday night. So for tomorrow.
Oh my lord! I forgot. I'm kicking him off right now. He gets the beat.
It's gonna listen. It's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be.
Oh
it
man,
really is.
I was like, we got to get this recorded on Monday because I will not be responsive Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough. Man.
Oh man,
I was wearing it all day. I figured I was like, I know you guys are huge Red Sox guys, so.
Oh man,
I move
3 times ends right here, Nick. I'm sorry.
That's it. Yeah,
it's been nice knowing you.
I get it. So I'll put it backwards. I know you can't look at it.
Unless the Red Sox take the series, of course I'll invite you back in, and then we'll talk about if the Yankees somehow can find a way to pull this out, which I don't think they will. It's gonna be a good series. I say going the full. I say going the full 3, honestly. But yeah, Vader. I'm so shocked by the Vader thing. I've known her how long now? This Vader thing is.
You gotta ask her when you see her. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Vader, like what the hell's going on with that? But yeah, I would say my reaction. Yeah, I was like, dude, where'd that come from? I was like, dude, that's an instant $10 card for you. Get that, go spend it somewhere else. But I guess that's not happening anymore. But yeah, I would say I kind of echo this kind of the same thing that you said there about Finest. A lot of color, a lot of weird numbers, a lot of that kind of going. Like there's a gold, I think, like out of 30 when typically gold is out of 50. So yeah, there's a lot of weird things. The die cuts are pretty interesting. I like those a lot. I know the die cuts have the finishers. I think the inserts are what steal this product for me. I know we talked about it a little bit here. The showstoppers, the intimidators. I picked up a couple of. I was able to hit a couple of Bray Wyatt ones, so that's cool. Even the full segment ones are pretty cool, highlighting some of the moments, TV shows, things like that. The turn. I sent a screenshot to Rob when I was watching my first break. And like having the heel turn side, the best one that I saw so far was the Seth Rollins one, having the shield and then the more like present one. Like, I thought that card was sick. Like I'm not even a Seth PC guy, but that's like one like you just got to
need it
to add. Exactly. So yeah, I think the inserts are really good. I'm not too sure. I think it was hard for you. Maybe you can speak on it too. It seems like I don't want to say the colorway, but like the design of it. Like, was it hard to kind of show it off? Because it seems like the common one is like they're like real embedded in the logo, so it's kind of hard to reflect it or to show it. That's the only negative thing that I could think of top of my head when it comes to the overall like design itself.
Yeah, I think the base cards, like nothing numbered or refractors, they're tough. Like I mean, I get where they're coming with it, but anything color, it really does pop. Like anything, like I have a couple right here, but you're not gonna be able to see it. And just anything numbered or colored just completely makes the whole image pop because the wrestler is in black and white, right? So anything behind it, and it looks really, really good in hand. I was worried about it when I was looking at it, but after just pulling a couple of these, I mean, I love the purple one, which is $199, I think.
Yeah.
And even the out of 15, which is the all red. Oh man, it's beautiful.
Oh, the red. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Somebody had I think I saw an image of somebody pulled the Punk and it's of him flexing. I was like, oh, dude, that image is like so sick.
Yeah, and that's another thing I like too, where you get a couple of the wrestlers with different images, like for uncommon, common, and rare. I mean, I do like that. I don't like that Dirty Dom only has one, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I know, and I agree with you 100% on that. Cause I was when actually seeing the board product in hand, like I even like the checkerboard. Some people are calling it checkerboard. I've only known it as the X-Fractor. It is checkerboard, X-Fractor. Can go either way, but they're literally like embedded in that design. So like sometimes it was kind of hard to see because I was like looking. Finally, people are ripping their boxes, or some of them if they got them in already from breaks and stuff like that. Like looking through stuff on eBay, like they're real embedded in that design. So yeah, I completely agree. The design, the refractors, the parallels are really, really
There's
sick.
One. See, like I'm looking at a 149 right now, and it's not bad. It's that full X-Fractor design, which you see on like the Finest Moments, and I pulled the Rhea Ripley, like the showstoppers, and it literally is just checkerboard. You cannot see anything else, which is the only thing I don't like about that. I think that card was super lazy. People say they like it. I think it's horrible, especially on an auto. I mean, you literally all checkerboard and then just an auto scribbled. I think I pulled a Carmelo Hayes, and I really see who it was. Yeah, so that's like the only like negative part about that.
Yeah, I saw that one. And then I saw an image of like a Jey Uso on the Finest Moment on the checkerboard. Same thing was really, really hard to tell. And I remember early when their product was getting ripped, somebody sent me an image of a Braun Breaker one. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, dude, what the hell was that? Like, I couldn't even tell what it was. But obviously, it's just hard to like get a good picture of it, or just from a design standpoint. So I'm pretty sure in hand it does look a little bit better. But yeah, I think just from that, I was like, realistically, the only negative that I had. Now, are the inserts better than Cactus? I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit later. That can kind of go back and forth on it. Obviously, we'll dive a little bit more into that in a bit here. But I'll throw it off to you, bro. Do you got anything design-wise? I know you kind of hopped in a little bit breaks here and they were kind of late to the product there. Any thoughts there on designs, parallels, colors, etc.?
Yeah, I really didn't get to catch much of it. I was busier than usual this weekend, so I really didn't get to catch too much until really like Sunday night when I actually got to like sit down and join the break and walk through. But from the pictures that I've seen, like I think I like the design a little bit more now. When I first saw it, I was kind of like, it kind of looked a little bit messy in a sense. Like the colors didn't like really mesh well to me in but now that I've actually kind of seen it, I'm seeing some like stuff on eBay now. It's kind of growing on me a little bit. So I think I'll probably feel different about it too if I actually want to actually see it in hand. So probably have to wait for that. But other than that, yeah, I think the inserts are like real sick. That I like those. I think what the Persona one, I think is what they're called. Let me double check.
Double exposure.
Double exposure. Yeah, those look pretty sick.
It's the case hit,
I saw one from I think it was RGL Run to Life. I think he posted a picture of it today of the Rock one, and that one looked pretty sick. I was like, damn, that's nice. I know you sent me that one insert over the weekend, the auto from Uncle Howdy with the 1 of 1 where he had the description to let us in. I was like, that's pretty sick. So
unbelievable. Yeah.
So other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think the product looks really sweet, but yeah, it's a little worrisome. I know we're talking about it a little bit now, but the lack of the product is starting to show. So
yes, and that's a good lead way here into it here. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw it. Again, that's why we love having you on, Nick. Is like obviously you see it from both sides, so it's definitely bringing a different dynamic. Because obviously with Cactus we saw, and we talked about it last week as well, that we're seeing breaks left and right. However, it was really difficult to fill. This time around, we saw, there was about 5 to 10 different channels on Fanatics Live ripping the product. Obviously, you guys were ripping it over on Whatnot. Other channels had it on Whatnot starting early. That's Wednesday, Thursday. But now it seems like it's really dried up. There's not a lot of product out there. Even boxes on the secondary marketplace are kind of weird price-wise. Like I remember looking at some boxes today on eBay. Some were selling for $350, $360. Some were $450. Our local hobby stores, one store got them. They're selling it for $460, which I think that's a little bit too rich. I know we're in the high price point of wax now, but even I think for what this product brings, I think that's a little bit crazy in my opinion. So I was going to throw it over to you because I know obviously being with ASB, what are you guys seeing on your side? Again, I was even checking out shows for the rest of the week. There's maybe on Fanatics Live. I know Filth Bomb has one on tomorrow. They're promoting today's show as their last show. There's 6 shows for the rest of the week, which to me, when we were having shows left and right this whole weekend, but now that's gone. What are you guys seeing on your side? Because I think it's a little interesting to see that we went from having a lot of product from Cactus Jack and not having a lot of it here. And it's a bigger base set too. It's 300 base. There's a 300 base set. So there's a lot more cards that need to be printed. So I think that's a little bit interesting. So curious to see where you guys are at and what you're seeing on your guys' end as far as boxes, cases, etc.
Yeah, you're seeing right through it. I mean, like what we're hearing is that Topps sort of messed up a little bit in their allocations, which sort of makes sense. And then another theory I had is that I'm sure we were going to talk about it. The amount of 1 of 1s that got hit over this first weekend have been unbelievable. Like we're not sure how they stack this in and what their numbers are. So yeah, the product's definitely harder to get for sure. And it's never been that way. So you were talking about a high price point. Finest has never been that way in anything baseball, basketball. It's sort of like hey, Finest is available. Let's just pick it up. We'll take that. But you could see it with the lack of product that it might be an exclusive product like this. And we were talking about it on a Friday, like we're going to see a revival in Cactus 100% because people cannot not break. So yeah, Finest is impossible to get right now. And like you said, there's only 6 shows. I only have a half case left. I know a couple of us have maybe like 2 or 3 cases left each. And then that's it. and we're really struggling to find some right now. So
Yeah, and these cases too. How many boxes are in a case? It's 8, right?
8, yeah.
So yeah, going from 8 to 12. Too. Cactus had 12, and now we're going from 8 to 12. Less cards as well. We're only getting 60 cards per box. So even when like I was watching Mama Breaks, which is where you pulled your 1-of-1. Obviously, great supporter of the content here, and great wrestling breaker as well.
Yeah,
overall, channel Fanatics Live as well. Like those cases, like went by quick. Like Cactus Jack, that one caser took, I would say, maybe like an hour and a half, give or take. This one here, I was right thinking like, man, like she's gonna be done with it like in 30 minutes, like 20, like give or take 30 minutes to an hour. Especially at the pace that she goes in, which, you know, by all means, I know she has to go at that pace. So many cases, so many spots to fill, or how many spots she has filled. So I was like, dang, like she's gonna go through these pretty quick. And I wasn't really tuned in with Filth Bomb too much because I didn't have any spots with them. I kind of saw the same thing. They struggled with Cactus. They were filling up this one as well. And they, again, like I mentioned, they were promoting this today's show as their last one. And then out of the blue had another one. So I was like, man, there's something. Obviously, you mentioned it there, the allocation. I think it was just really, really weird. And now there's not too many shows. And I think that's where we, again, to echo what we talked about with Cactus, I think I don't want to say, you know, we're going to see the increase of Cactus again, but I know obviously that stigma of that product was there. People didn't really like it too much. But I think now we might see that turn a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see. Because, yeah, and again, to mention what you said there, like I think Topps Finest has always been like the second tier below Chrome.
The B player, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like the B player. And is it I don't want to say it's a hot topic or like a hot thing here. Like, will we say that this is better than Topps Chrome WWE that we had in January?
That's so tough. I mean, I'm a sucker for the simple set, the simple master set. I feel like everything stems off that, especially with the design just being like a lot. You know, this is a fun set, but as for like, I'm not going to say prestigious because that's like royalty, but as for just like the role player, like the one that you need, if you're looking for a 1-of-1, you want the master set 1-of-1, you know, you don't want this other set. But as for variation and fun, and I mean, now not accessibility. I mean, we actually got Chrome in stores, which is great. So I don't know if I could say that it's better. It looks cool. It's fun. But no, I wouldn't put it. I would put, honestly, Finest at C right now, the third out of the Topps products, which is weird, but we'll see.
I think what also hurts it too is the lack of retail product. We, you know, obviously, you know, I love ripping retail product. Obviously, it's a cheaper way to get your fix in if you're about that stuff. And I know when me and Rob did the pod, we were first talked about Finest. I talked about how UFC Finest had retail product. They had blasters, they had megas,
and megas. Yeah,
they had blasters and megas. So I was like, man, if they can do that for WWE and get that fixed. I remember in January, you know, him and I were running to GameStops like what every week, finding blasters and finding megas box. And I was like, it's crazy to think about that now. Because man, like I remember I was thinking about it. I was like, man, like I really didn't join that many breaks for Topps Chrome. It's just because like, I was able to get like a lot of product in hand. Yeah, so like I had hobby boxes, I had blasters, mega, same thing for him as well. And now
you even hit him in the EQL, right, for Topps Chrome?
Yeah, I hit the EQL. So that's I was like product was on my doorstep rip day. So I was like, okay, badass. Like I could make a video about it, get on YouTube. I think that's like probably like one of my better performing videos, ironically enough. So I was like, damn, like all right, cool. And then we were find retail boxes, able to do videos on that. And now it's just like, all right, well, I can't. I got. Not that I can, but like $400 again for a hobby is just a little bit too rich right now.
Yeah,
I like I'd rather just find like a little cheaper entry point and breaks and stuff like that. And even too, not to like mention or like any names or anything like that, but even noticing a little bit of a increase on the break spots for like Filth Bomb, for example. I guess was his name dropped them. Like Uncle Howdy Bray Wyatt was 25, and their break spot now this week is 35. CM Punk went from 80 and now he's at 90. So it's about like a 10 to 15 price increase. So I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting as far as again dating back to the allocation and product. So that's what like, man, like I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw something. And obviously,
you're right on track with like what's really going on here. I think there's a lot of behind the scenes action going on for sure, and they really want their product to be on breaking platforms. You know, I don't think they really want it in the consumer's hands because it's just it's a lot to get into. We could talk about it after that, but I don't want getting mad at me right now.
Like, do they want it in Moon 3PO's hands, or do they want it on somebody at Phil's bomb? And that's exactly what they're thinking. Ironically enough, that's honestly what it is. It really is.
It is what it is. They're double dipping on Fanatics Live too. It's all listen. It is what it is.
Also going to get more viewers and more eyes on them doing it on Fanatics Live than
for sure than in our house, right?
On a private YouTube video. Yeah,
exactly. And also another thing, like I know you guys like looking, but where I'm from, I'm not sure how it is over there. There's lines no matter what, any type of drop, and it doesn't matter what card comes out. There's people that will buy every single thing there if possible, and then just resell it on the market. And it's super frustrating because, I'm sure like we all have jobs here, and these dudes are like professional scalpers over here. At least I don't know how it is over there. It gets pretty.
I don't know if we. I don't know if we. I don't know if we've hit it because here we have 2 card shops. So a lot of the stuff is like Target, Walmart, and stuff like that. But like I think when it comes to like sports, like football, basketball, wrestling, it's got to that point yet. Like right now, people are just killing each other with Pokemon cards. We're finally getting those vending machines in our grocery stores that's to be really popular. So
wow, that's crazy.
Fighting about it right now. But I think I don't know, Nick. I don't know if did you call? I know one of the card shops got Finest, and they were pricing it like at $470. I don't know if the other card, because I remember when Chrome dropped, I went the day of Chrome and they had said they only got 1 piece and that was it. So I was like, man, that's a little bit. So I had to only get like a little blaster box. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, one of our local hobby ones, like the more bigger one that's been around for like 20, 25 plus years. They got allocation. Our little smaller one, Boomtown, which is where I've named out them a couple of times. They didn't get product in, even though they're more of like the wrestling store, which I thought was kind of interesting. Then they blamed it on a shipping issue, but it's kind of weird. Like one shop got it when the other one didn't. So I was like, oh, like I guess it is what it is. But yeah, our local one had like about, I think it was like $470, $460. They weren't even selling like individual hobby packs, just straight up, just hobby boxes. I was like, oh, like all right, like I'm not gonna fork that out right now. So I'm curious to see what the other store does, because when price point came in for Cactus, they had it at I think 500, 600. So I'm curious to see, and they're a smaller store, so obviously I know the allocation comes in. We kind of talked about it earlier, where Topps and Fanatics kind of have this monopoly now. It is what it is, where they kind of force you to. If you want to buy this product, want to have it in hand and keep that, relationship where you can get more cases throughout the years or throughout the, whatever time frame. You guys gotta have to buy the product directly from them. There's no distributors.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting there. I kind of wanted to mention this really quick, because you mentioned the one of ones, and we're talking about Topps and Fanatics. So I guess we'll go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I didn't have this written down, but I want to get your perspective on it. Do you think Topps and Fanatics like punches the air a little bit when they see like big one of ones, big case hits, things like that pulled on whatnot or the other platform? Because like for you guys, for example, like you pulled the Seth Rollins one of one, which is a crazy card. The inscription on that is crazy.
Unbelievable.
Going back to Cactus, y'all pulled the Jacob Fatu, the inscription. Yeah. Like, and I think y'all pulled it pretty early too. Like from what y'all see and what y'all hear, does like, and you don't have to say anything if you don't want to say anything. Feel free to plead the fifth or whatever. We'll bleep it out. Beep. Cut it right here, Nick.
Bleep out.
We'll put little censor images, some little thing here. Like, do you think Topps and Fanatics punches the air when they see other hits like that being pulled on another platform like that and not their platform? Because we talked about they're throwing everything over to Fanatics Live. They want to control everything on Fanatics Live. Do you hear or do you see that?
I mean, we're in the middle of it, so I really can't say like much about it. But I mean, with your own eyes, like, and you could just watch who pulls the most one of ones, and I mean, then that's really it. So there's a reason why I buy into certain breaks, and so.
That's I was like, all right,
as for punching the air, I'm sure, man. Why not? Like we said, it is what it is. You want to see it thrive on your own platform. Obviously, you can't obviously control as much as you can, but you can do what you can, and it shows, I think. So,
yeah. So I was like,
I'm fired after this one. It's fine.
We'll add you onto my LLC. I don't pay any employees right now. We're a growing company. I'll add you to the payroll.
All right, sounds good.
Obviously, just change the hat. That can't be worn, but hey,
Bro, yeah, that's a policy. All right, you got it.
Yeah, that's the Moon 3PO policy, the
All
LLC
right.
policy. You can't wear any Yankee gear,
Got it.
and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, we know we're talking about it. Hey, why not? I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it here. Obviously, sales are kind of a hit and miss right now, just because obviously it's a new product. Everything right now is going to be really inflated, or you can maybe even say low as well, just because there's obviously not a lot of product out there. But like some notable sales I kind of just wanted to mention here. I'm not too sure if you guys saw anything else, so feel free to chime in if you saw anything. I saw Rhea Ripley, the finest on card, going for $100. Thought that was kind of criminal. I was like, $100 on card. Like I sold a sticker auto for that like months ago for like more than that. So
wildly criminal. Wildly criminal.
That's kind of crazy. The image there was a great image as well. It's not one of like those cheapy images. So
yeah.
That was like, that's kind of crazy. We did see here a Jacob Fatu rare super fractor 1/1 go for 1,750. So I thought that was a nice little hit there. This one I want to have a little more discussion on. The Roman Reigns Ulafala. I'm not too sure if y'all saw this one. This one here went for best offer for 775. Even I don't know if that's too low, too high, right in the middle. Just because obviously, like we talked about, that's one of the rarest case hit here. That's like 1 out of 240 packs, I think, or 480 packs, which is about like 1 every 40, 50 cases. I haven't seen one being pulled live yet. So the fact that there was already a sale for that, I think is kind of crazy as well. And it's Roman Reigns. It's not Jimmy Uso. It's not Solo. It's Roman Reigns. So I don't know if you guys think that's a little bit too low, kind of too high. I know it's kind of tough to gauge it just because, again, there's not really other sales. But based on what we know about the product, the hit, who it was, I'm curious to get y'all's opinion on that.
People, especially like early on in the product, they'll pay anything for what they want just so they don't have to try to find it later on. You see case hits, especially for Roman. I've had every single one of them in Topps. The WrestleMania one's by far the nicest one. I think I've sold that for like $185, which is wild. It's unbelievable. The Ulafala is definitely not as rare as the Feel the Pop, which is by far the nicest card in all of Topps, and there's nothing to compete against it. I had the Rock one, and that sold for a little bit over $1,000 for me in a private sale. And that's the most beautiful card ever. I haven't seen the Ulafala in hand. I heard it is like a color blast and it's unbelievable with the colors and stuff like that. But there's so many variations of it with all these different wrestlers on it that I don't think it could be one of these like downtown, say,
Yeah.
I think they really have that set market for there. $700 is high. I would put that around like steady 350 to 500. I would say if you really want it, sure, like you want to go up to 7, fine, but that's like a $350 to like $500 card at maximum, I believe.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was in the range there for that. I was like thinking like maybe 400, 500, while the other lower tier can be around like the 100, 200 potentially, kind of breaking that little barrier there. Maybe the Rock a little bit higher than Roman Reigns. Obviously, that's the Rock, which the Rock I had that crazy inscription auto that was already pulled by Chicken Man, I believe on Whatnot. That's a crazy card as well. Ironically enough, Topps promotes it, and then I think it's hit like the next day or something crazy like that.
Wild,
absolutely insane card.
That's not even the.
I mean, I can't imagine how much that's going for, man. Did he sell it or no?
I haven't seen any reported sales of it yet, or I haven't heard him selling it or like a private sale or anything like that. I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm curious to see like what that card does. Even the other Rock, kind of going back to the Rock really quick, there's the finest auto with the Undisputed Championship. Oh, like I'm not even a Rock guy. Like I don't necessarily like, hate the Rock, but like I don't go crazy for his cards like other people do. But like, even that card was pretty sick. I was like, I'll tip my cap out to that because I was like, that's a pretty sick card. Sticking with Roman Reigns here as well, the double exposure, the one we were kind of talking about earlier, kind of has like that double effect there, ironically enough, in the name. That went for 420. So thought that was a pretty nice sale as well. Now some of the dark energy ones that we talked about earlier or last episode as well, some of our favorites inserts in the set. Papa Shango breaking over 100, that hit $191. I think there is a Fiend one right now on eBay at the time we're recording this. I think it's like at $250 or something like that.
Yeah, I could see that around 3. I'd value that around 3.
Yeah, see, that's where I valued it. I haven't seen a white.
Like from what I last saw, I don't know if it was Saturday night when I checked. There was 2 white 6, and I think they were both like hovering on like the $300 range.
I would put that there as well. Maybe like 250, 275.
Yeah.
You get the Fiend. He's going to be a little bit higher than the Wyatt 6 for sure. Papa Shango at 190 is wild. But there
Yeah,
is
even I thought that.
fans. We
Yeah.
talked about it. There's Papa Shango fans.
There's a Papa
Unbelievable.
Shango.
Yeah. Yep.
They're out there. They're out
Yep.
there. I was really hoping to see like the Fiend. I know the ones that I saw getting pulled quite a bit, which I'm curious what their market is going to be. Obviously, not the bigger names. I don't know how many Jake the Snake Roberts I saw getting pulled.
Oh my god,
that was
bro.
insane.
Please.
I think somebody from y'all's team pulled the. I think it was 50.
What
pulled it? The Jake the Snake. I think I saw. There's somebody else that pulled a Jake the Snake.
I pulled 3 Jake the Snakes. I have them like right here actually. Intimidators out of 50. Yeah, full segment, numbered. It's like unbelievable how many times this. Speaking of him, I just met him at WrestleCon. He is ginormous. He is the biggest human I've ever seen in my life. I could not believe it. Yeah. He's like 6'7".
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I met him a couple of years ago
him, right?
too. Ooh, yeah, I met like 8 years ago maybe. I met he did like a public speaking at a college here in town, and I was attending the school at the time, so I got to go in and see it. He almost chopped off this guy's head because he was telling like stories about like his addictions and stuff like that in his past. The guy was like recording and he saw him, and then he's like, "Hey, you down there? He's like, you need to stop recording, or I'm gonna go down there." And he was like, "I'm telling these stories to to inform you," and he's like, "You don't have to be recording me." So the guy like got off. I was like, "Damn, but I'm DDT."
Oh man.
So yeah, I don't know how many Jake the Snake dark energy cards I saw. I was like, oh my god. And then Finn Balor as well. It seemed like that's like one of the more 2 common ones that I saw from the breaks that I saw. Didn't see any Finn Balor sales yet, so I'll be curious to see what that one does. Obviously, Papa Shango's going for 190. Maybe Finn goes for a little bit higher. Time will tell. Actually, yes, I did have a screenshot of the Wyatt Sixer. Wyatt Six, $200 for the Wyatt Sixer, which isn't too bad. That isn't too bad.
Yeah, that's
that isn't too bad. So obviously, from a collector standpoint, like myself, that's something not too bad here. So
I would wait. I think there's going to be a good dip on the dark energies. You see them so many. They're going to be $60 to $75 cards here in a little bit. So speaking of that, my friend just sent me 2 case hits from Austin, which is the WrestleMania and the Persona. They both sold under $65 for like today, which is unbelievable. Stone Cold Steve Austin case hit.
That's insane.
Weird.
It's kind of crazy to see like how it's a little bit more on the affordable side. Like even just like going to like just like browsing like a bunch of autos and stuff like that. Like a lot of the stuff seems like on the more affordable side. It doesn't seem like high end premium. So I mean that's good for on the collector end. So
it's good on the collectors end, I think, because the people that have it in hand are not like true wrestling fans or collectors, so they just really want to get rid of it, and that's where you see like the whole dip in the market, unfortunately. So
yeah, like some auto here, like granted, it's still quite a bit. I mean, it's a good chunk of change, but like, I mean, I think this would have been worth a little bit more. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the finest blue on card out of 75 for $300, like on card like that. I was like, okay, so I was like, that's pretty interesting. Didn't see any other autos here. Those going back to an insert here, back to Roman Reigns. Ironically enough, the Intimidators refractor out of 5 going for 1,000. That's kind of insane. I was like, holy crap, like that's going for 1,000. The other ones are, that we talked about are way below wild. That.
Yeah, that's wild. I had the, which was it? The Allen and Ginter out of 5 from Topps Chrome. I think I sold that for like $350. So $1,000 is wild for an insert.
Yeah, for an insert and out of 5. I get it, Roman Reigns, and that's pre-return that we just saw on Monday.
Right,
like $1,000 on that. That's kind of
it's pretty wild.
I was like, I wouldn't do that personally, even if I had the money. But yeah, so those are some of the notable sales that I saw. I don't know if you guys saw anything else, or I know Nick, obviously you're being intertwined with the market, seeing what's moving. I don't know if you saw anything else, but yeah. I think it's pretty interesting. Nothing really too crazy as far as that. So I guess it's good for our pockets, good for the collector side as well. Maybe if you're trying to look at it from another side, the ROI, you're buying these boxes to flip, things like that. Maybe not the best to do that, but yeah, obviously here we'll probably have some more sales as people start getting their breaks and things like that. So obviously we can take a deeper dive into it at that point. But yeah, those are just some notable sales that I saw on my end. I was like, oh, all right, I guess those are podcast worthy to take some note of here. But like we kind of talked about here, like we kind of hinted it as we're slowly rounding third here. Is it better than Cactus Jack?
Okay, I'm so Okay, it's so crazy to me. I'm doing the Dirty Dom Rainbow for Cactus Jack. And like we said, the inserts just hit different. I'm more of like a simple, like edgy, clean, black and white type of guy. And just like the hits, you're chasing for the hits in Cactus, and in Finest you see him so many times. I don't think it's better than Cactus, unfortunately. It's funner than Cactus for sure, but looks aesthetics wise, I don't think it really hits there. It's too muddied up for me. Like I said, I'm a simple guy. And just comparing like the one Dirty Dom auto we have here and the one base, like I hit the superfractor of Dirty Dom in this one, and I would easily trade it any day of the week for the Cactus Jack one. So if that tells you something.
What about you, Rob? Better than Cactus Jack?
Oh. I can't really say honestly, only because I've only done one break. To be fair, I do think I was more hyped for Cactus. Like I remember the morning release of Cactus, like by like 6:50, I was already like, all right, let's get it rolling. Like all the breaks were starting like by 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was just excited. I mean, even the night before, I mean, there was breakers, breaking the night before, and I know when we were watching it, like there were some spots that were heavy, the bigger spots definitely like there, and Rhea like needed to be filled, so we were just like all watching, like waiting for somebody to come and snag those spots so we can see it get broken the night before. So like this time around, like for Finest, like I said, I was busier than usual. But even at that, like even if I am busy, like when I hit like the Drew spot, for example, like, I was out and about that day too. Yet I was buying spots like on the Tem Road. I was having the wife like bid on some stuff for me, as compared to like here, like I was just out and about doing stuff on the day, and I didn't really seem phased to like get into like a break. I don't know. So not that I don't like Finest, I do, and I will, like once I obviously there's little bit, there's not as many breaks to get into. I don't know if maybe that has anything to do with it, but I do right now prefer the Cactus Jack, and I think like even insert wise, I like the inserts a lot better. I think they look more cleaner, like, and I think it kind of goes back to like what I was talking about earlier, like some stuff just looks kind of messy on Finest. Some cards look super dark. Like right now, I was looking at a Load of Vice auto that sold, and you could barely even see her on the cards. I don't know if maybe it's just the image or the way the card looks. I don't know, but as of right now, yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Cactus Jack.
I wish I had a different answer than you guys, but yeah,
Wow.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I was actually really excited for Finest. It still am. I think it's a great product. I think, like we mentioned here, it's a fun rip. It's fun to see like people have product in hand, quote unquote in hand, because not that many out there right now.
Mhm.
But when it was in hand, like it was fun actually like watching through the breaks there. But yeah, there was something about Cactus where I don't know if it was just like the excitement level. We didn't have anything there. And to me, like there's still a lot of question marks with that product. Like I know you said like you mentioned like you're collecting the rainbow there, Nick. Like we still don't even know odds yet. Like I was even double checking before we went on air. Like, dude, is there odds for this yet? There's none of that yet.
Yeah,
Obviously, we can put like a basis of what as far as like what is the rainbow structure and like what's out there. But I mean, we went into the boxes like blindly. Like we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what was what. We were kind of just learning as we go. And I got a break in from that break that we talked about last week. And I got those cards in. I got like my CM Punk stuff in. I was like, dude, these cards look sick. Like the Fame Phantoms image, that was sick.
For sure.
The Festival Fury. I got my 99 back. So I was like, dude, like these cards are freaking sick. And the base, like, yeah, I think there is a thing to simplicity. And I think if you're kind of breaking Finest to like a new person, like if you're trying to grow this wrestling niche and want to start with Finest, I think that's a really tough way to go. Just like, oh yeah, there's a common of Stephanie McCurry, but oh wait, you want to collect her again? You got to go get the uncommon. I don't know if she has that, but like just a hypothetical, like, oh, you want to go get her? Okay, you got to go get the uncommon and the rare if you want to complete her whole rainbow. Oh, you want to get all the parallels? You got to get 3 different rarities. I think it can create some confusion, and I know what Topps do with baseball and other products, like their whole thing was like creating continuity as far as of like sets, parallels, etc. Like the numbering is a little bit off for me. Like there's a gold I saw being pulled from like RGO. He did a video on it. Like a gold was out of 30. Like that to me is just really weird. And I get it's because the parallel.
Like to me, it's like
gold out of 30. Like that's weird.
10 or 50 for me. Like there's no in between for sure.
Yeah, like oranges are 25, reds are 5.
Red is 5, yeah.
Reds are
So,
5, oranges are 10s, blacks are 10s. Like,
do you know there's an out of 3? I've seen it. Someone pulled
was
an
it out of 3?
Eddie Guerrero out of 3 of 3.
What
Three
the
of
heck?
three.
I know in
Weird.
Chrome they had I think it was it Sapphire or was it regular Chrome? I know they're out of 2, I think.
Yeah,
But
that was Breakers Delight. The
Breakers Delight, right?
Out of 2, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, so like that's just me personally. Maybe that's just me just being like a traditionalist, but yeah, that's the way I like it. But yeah, it's just really weird looking at it again, kind of going back to the design standpoint. It is kind of off for me. Some of it's a hit, some of it's not. Like you mentioned that Lola Vice. I think I know which one you're talking about there, Rob. But yeah, the images is just really, really where you can't really see it. You kind of have to like really take a deeper dive into it if you're looking at it. The parallel structure, again, like we just talked about, we don't even know what it is for Cactus. Potentially, you got to, know your boxes, but it's simple. Is you got your plates, you got black and yellow, you got a, whatever, the white refractor, you got your speckles, your 299s, your greens, whatever. Like, it's simple, and I think that's kind of what I like about it. And I think, kind of we're mentioning here, these autos are being pulled like left and right. So if you're a collector that likes the rarity aspect when we don't even know the odds, or you just like, having your collection be valued at a certain threshold, like I think a Cactus Jack auto is going to be way more than a normal, finest auto, or whatever the case may be. So I think finest is a good entry point. If you want to, collect the favorite superstar here and there, potentially you could do that. But I do think in the end, Cactus Jack was crazy to me. I didn't think I would be saying that. It's a little bit better right now. I maybe have to watch a couple more breaks. Again, there's not a lot of shows to watch.
Right.
So maybe there we would have to kind of see it more in hand, or maybe I'll muster out that money. Time will tell. Probably won't. We'll see about that. So as we round third here, what do we think? Or I guess I'll throw it off to you, Nick, because obviously you're breaking this product. You have it more in hand, accessible. What do you think is the future of this product? How do you think we look at it 2 weeks from now, a month from now? Or what do you think this product will be? Obviously, we talked about Cactus Jack and what we think it will be in the future. Where do you see Finest for WWE making his comeback after 4 years? Where do you see this product in the future?
Oh, man. Like we said, I think it's a B player. I'll put it into like a bar analogy here. Throw some comedy on it, but like you're trying all night for a certain group of girls at the bar, and it doesn't work out, and then last resort here, if there's another group available, Finest is available, we'll take this here, So I think it's always been that way. I don't think they're really trying to change the landscape of Finest here to make it like this exclusive product. It's always been this way. It's always been a B player. It's fun. It's exciting. There's energy involved around it. It's going to be a B player, C player. It's a bench player. But if it's available, people are going to rip it, just because we don't have product. So.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you 100%. I think if it's there, it'll probably be ripped. If breakers, shops, direct stores can have it, they'll holster breaks as they can, and do spots, wheel spins, whatever the case may be. Again, I think what just hurts the product is the lack of retail. I think that to me is like
for sure, yeah,
turned me off from it. I was like that. I think that's gonna hurt the product a little bit. But yeah, that's my overall take on it. Fun product. Will it be something that we're looking back here a year from now? Obviously, I think Topps is learning as they go with this new license here that they've regained back. I know there's a lot of things going on with Topps right now. They're going to gain football. I think next year, right? They gain football back next year. Basketball's in a couple.
Football and basketball, yeah.
Yeah, I know they're getting those two back, so they're going to own everything. So where WWE is on this pedestal of their license, obviously MLB's their big play. They got so many other different licenses that we got SpongeBob being ripped this week.
Wrestling's going to take a big backseat.
So I was like, and I think it was already on the backseat, and I get it. I understand it.
For sure,
obviously it's their lower niche product, as we say here. But like now they're gonna have more bigger licenses. Football, basketball is coming through. So I mean, if you want to put football, basketball, baseball, or you want to change that in any order,
yeah, it's top 3.
Yeah, and then boxing now, UFC, soccer, what's
Disney.
F1, yeah, Disney,
yeah.
Disney, F1, Be Friends. That was crazy when that
right,
came out.
Forgot about that. Oh man,
Be Friends when that came out like a couple of months ago. Freaking blaster box were going for $100. That was absolutely insane.
Wild.
So, yeah, it's gonna be curious to see where the license goes. Obviously, we have some future products lined up in the rear mirror here. When those will be announced, we don't know yet. They haven't announced any type of release date, so I'm kind of worried to see where this goes from here. If it's going to be like, all right, Finest, wait a couple of months again, then we got something towards the end of the year. Hopefully that's not the case. I'm really hoping we get some sort of relic set. They've been promoting it for a while. We've seen some hits here and there. We saw the debut patches, so I'm really hoping we get some sort of relic set. I love Chrome, don't get me wrong. I love the shiny cardboard. But I think it's time to change it up a little bit. Hopefully we get something here. I would even love like a heritage set. Like, give me a Topps heritage set. Give me some paper.
I'll take it.
I'll take that. Some on-card autos as well. Like, I'm a sucker for heritage, so like that's where I'm at. But bro, y'all know if you got anything to final add there to what you think. Obviously, I know it's kind of a little bit tough for you because you didn't see too much being ripped here or haven't been too much invested in the product. What do you think we're looking at for Topps Finest in a couple of months or maybe a year from now?
Yeah, I think Finest is like good middle ground where it's like it's not as affordable as the regular, flagship Topps Chrome. Also not super expensive. Like I think eventually we're probably going to get from Topps for whether it's Universe or what was the other one? Royalty? I think it's what it's
Royalty.
Royalty.
Exalted.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be like that.
Or Merlin. I think Merlin is out too. I think they've been signing for Merlin as well, which is, geez.
So I think it's going to be that perfect middle ground. I have like a real unique soft spot for Finest. I forgot. I was thinking about it like back a couple years ago, maybe like 2017, 2018. Like Topps Finest Baseball was like my first hobby box that I ever bought, and I think, it's crazy to even think this $180 back in the day. Can't even fathom that price nowadays. But yeah, I totally got shafted on that box, so and had nobody good. Had a bunch of Joe Schmo players on that one, but
probably a couple of Yankee players, right?
But yeah, I mean, I think this is like I said, probably this is some more breaks here and there. I don't know how many I'll do. But I think honestly, in the end, for me, I think this is probably just going to be like just pick up skills of people that I want to collect. Honestly, it's probably where I'm going to be at on this. But yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. I think, usually with these sets here, usually I like to like prospect. I'm like, all right, who's a future star? Who's kind of gaining here? I'm not really doing that with Finest. I'm just looking like, okay, like it's CM Punk and Bray Wyatt and the White Six. Everything else is kind of those prospecting, those rarities are kind of going back to Cactus Chrome, if that's, recur base cards, parallels, Ricky Saints, things like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. But yeah, that was our episode of Topps Finest. Obviously, we'll have a little bit more as we get more sales coming in, more product in hand, hopefully. So we'll kind of be talking about everything here. So, Nick, I'll throw it over to you before we wrap everything up here. If you want to plug again your socials, it's all going to be linked in the description down below, guys. If you guys are listening on YouTube, Apple, or Spotify, it is going to be linked all down below. But I know you got a couple of breaks lined up this week here. So I'll throw it over to you before we wrap things up here. If you want to plug in your socials, what you guys are running, and show everybody here what you're bringing over to the wrestling card hobby when it comes to Topps Finest.
Yeah, so like I said, socials are down below. I have a break coming in Friday at 7:30 p.m. Same thing, half case, random wrestler. I owe the boys up there a couple good hits. Might have to finagle something going on.
Bring me a Vacur auto, not Vacur auto. She doesn't have autos. Bring me a Vacur 101.
I owe the boys something. Listen, I'm on a lot of people's. She comes out a lot, so I'm on a lot of people. No fly list here, so I need to start making up for it. I think we have a good case. We have a case hit coming, so that could be your why it's there. But yeah, tune in Friday night. I mean, we're gonna be breaking as much as we can as long as we have the product. We still have a couple shows lined up for the week, and then we'll keep you guys updated on our socials at All Sports Breaks. And that's really it.
Perfect. Yes. Again, everything will be down below, so make sure you go check them out. They're over on Whatnot and over on Fanatics, so make sure you go check them out. I even got a thing there for Swifty. She owes me something. She absolutely murdered me.
Did she?
Murdered me, man. Dude.
Is that the one you texted me? You got murdered.
Oh, yeah, dude. You texted me too, yeah.
I was like, obviously I don't know her that well, or like to the point, like, dude, you freaking killed me. Like, obviously I joined y'all's team too.
Yeah.
But like, dude, she absolutely freaking murdered me. I think I pulled like one card potentially. Who knows? I don't even know. I have to go back and look at the replay. Or
I'll let her know. I'll let her know. You're due. You're due in all here. So.
I'm doing ASB, man. Y'all are killing me over here.
I know.
Y'all
I
really...
know. I know. We don't try. I get killed every break. I'm in there buying stuff on burners. I'm the only one who buys Dom spot. I swear to God, in the last 4, I haven't hit a single base card. Last 4 breaks. So
I was like, yeah, dude. And yeah, the crazy thing to like break hits. Like I was watching other breaks, people pulling their uncommons, the intimidators, insert the full segment. I don't know how many Alexa Bliss full segments she pulls. Like, dude, can you bring me a Firefly Funhouse? Give me something. I need something.
Just don't watch the break. That's my new thing. I buy in and I don't watch it. When you watch it, you never hit. It's a fact.
All right, I'm gonna do that on Friday. Then I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna dip.
Yeah, buy it, dip, and I'll shoot you a message. All right.
Cruz del Toro 1-of-1 incoming with a little rockets and flames.
Yeah.
That's what we got there cooking on Friday. So yeah, guys, everything will be on down description down below. I do thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Again, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Then we're pushing like 800 subscribers, pushing 1,000. If you guys are following on Spotify and Apple, make sure you're following and leave a rating. I'm pretty sure obviously this would not be the last time we have you on, Nick. Obviously it's always a pleasure having you on. Know your time is valuable, so obviously you want to be courtesy of that. So we will wrap things up here. Again, thank you guys for listening and watching, and we will see y'all in the next one.